All right. Good morning. Good morning, and welcome to another session with the Market Trader. My name is Ray, the Market Trader. And before we get started, let's go ahead and review the risk disclosure. Okay, just to kind of remind everyone that the content that's being published and distributed by the Market Trader and its affiliates is to be treated as general information only. None of the information provided herein is intended as investment advice and offered to buy, sell, recommend, endorse, sponsor any future security, company, or fund. Use of the information contained herein is to be used at your own risk, and the company, its partners, representatives, agents, employees, and contractors assume no responsibility or liability for any use or misuse of such information. We all understand that future trading does contain a fair amount of risk and is not for every investor. An investor could potentially lose all or more of their investment capital. Only risk capital money that can be otherwise lost without jeopardizing one's financial security or lifestyle should be used when trading, and only those individuals with sufficient risk capital should consider trading. Again, nothing contained herein is a solicitation to buy, sell, recommend, endorse any future options or forex, and past performance is not necessarily indicative of any future results. All right, so now that we got the risk disclosure out of the way, guys, we'll go ahead and move into the news, okay, and see what the news has in store for us today. Okay, so looking at the news, we have a fair amount of news today. Okay, as you can see, we've already gotten a bit of news that has probably impacted the market some. Okay, we have CPI year over year reported today, core CPI year over year and month over month reporting. We had Fed manufacturing reporting. Okay, and then we have a number of people speaking here over the next hour or so. Okay, we have JP Morgan. Actually, this is actually earnings. Okay, we have Fed member Barkin. We have Fed member Kashkari reporting, and then we have some earnings reports, okay, from banks. JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs, Wells Fargo are all reporting today. And then we have our customary weekly inventory report for crude oil. Okay, we have with the EIA report. And then we have some more earnings and Fed members speaking. So a fair amount of news, fair amount of things that could potentially move the markets. Okay, so now that we've gotten through the news here, guys, let's go ahead and move into the charts. All right, so we're going to go ahead and take a look at the charts here. Let's bring this up here. Up here somewhere. Okay, I was just kind of looking at pre-market here, the NASDAQ, but notice you can see the reaction of the news here. We moved vertical, okay, on the news. All right, let's go ahead and start with our normal markets here, guys. We generally start with the gold, so we'll go ahead and start with the gold again today. We'll start off with a daily chart. Okay, daily chart. Go ahead and remove some of our drawings here. Okay, so we'll take a look at this. This is our daily chart. We'll shut down some of our drawing tools here. Okay, including initial balance. Okay, for now, and then we'll open this back up. Okay, so here we are continuing in this kind of consolidation range that we've been speaking of in the gold. Okay, right now we seem to have a fair amount of interest here to the upside. Okay, both days have had stronger than average volume to the upside, or actually we've had more buy orders and sell orders here. Okay, price is aligned with that volume. Okay, so again, we seem to be in this kind of consolidation pattern, okay, in this market right now. Up until that formation, okay, we had we've been in this bullish move, okay, to the upside, and now we've moved into this consolidation pattern formed by this triangle here, okay. So looking into the 4-hour chart, again, you can see that we are remain in that triangle pattern. It's a little bit better, more visible here on the higher time frame, but but you can see that we have our series of higher highs and higher lows of late. Okay, look, we're kind of working our way back up and trying to get above. I would say 2730, 2725. It seems like we're working our way up to that level. So again, the pattern here, the structure here, remains bullish. Okay, moving on to the 30-minute chart. Okay, 30-minute chart. Here we are. We're above some of our levels that we care about. We're above our VWAP. Don't see my EMAs here, so open that up. We're above our EMA. Both indications are that we still have some upside opportunity here. Okay. Notice that price remains above VWAP. Okay, which is an indication that there's a fair amount of bulls, okay, in the market. Okay. All right, we're going to go ahead and add our anchored VWAP here to the London session, right about here. Okay, kind of inclined to do it back here, but that's really probably not offering us all that much information than we already have, but we'll go ahead and add it anyway. Okay, so we have a definitive move, okay, back higher here at the start of the session, honestly, okay, and we've not really looked back ever since. Okay, so we still remain in this kind of bullish structure to the upside. All right, I'm going to go ahead and open up our fixed range volume profile here, and we're going to go ahead and start with the open for Tuesday, drag that across to the close of Tuesday. Okay, right about there. Okay, so here we are. You can see that price is well above our value from yesterday. Again, giving us another indication that we do have a fair number of longs in the market. Okay. Okay, we have our value area low, value area high. Okay, just going to draw some of these areas out here. I'm going to go ahead and add, see if we can find our settlement price. Okay, so there's our settlement price down here. Okay. All right. Let's see. Next order of business here. What we want to do is we want to add our initial balance here. So I'm going to go ahead and open up initial balance. Okay, so we have a relatively wider than normal, I would say, initial balance range. Again, probably most likely news driven. Okay, so let's add our ADR. I suspect that we might be at or above. We are above, and then we'll also do the same for ASR here. We're at or above that level as well. Okay. So right now we're seeing a fair amount of bullish behavior right now in the gold market. We're at some levels that historically provide us, a little bit of reversal in price. Okay. If we do manage to get above them, often they act as supportive, right? So once we breach average daily range or average session range, they often act as support if they don't act as resistance. Okay, so we've already gotten a little bit of reaction here at the middle of London here, and it caused price to kind of react back and basically just kind of revert back to VWAP, okay, before it made another swing higher. Much of this, I suspect, is news driven. Okay, so the question now it becomes, well, what do we make of this market now? Well, for me, I would say that in order to be part of this to the upside, I feel like I need some sort of retracement back to some sort of level where I can manage my risk. Okay, whether that be IB low, okay, whether that be VWAP. Okay, I need something to base my decision to support this move higher. Okay. So I'm going to be looking for a reference level, okay, to support this move. Now, if price does manage, and like I said, there's a fair number of buyers since yesterday. Frog my throat here today, guys. Apologize. Okay. So we have a fair number of folks that are long in this market. Okay. So again, we're going to be looking at some levels here, right? We have IB low that could offer us a nice opportunity, if it comes back down to say 2704, 2704 and a half. That would be a nice location, a nice location maybe to participate in a continuation move to the upside. Okay. Um, right. So that's kind of what I'm looking at right now. I'm looking at say take another look here at the 4 hour. The 4 hour is also relatively strong. Okay. So we have a series of bullish candles to the upside. Okay. So I would say that we probably need to look for opportunities. Okay, need to look for opportunities where we can, participate in this market to the upside. Okay. Not necessarily keen on participating right at the highs. I probably need some sort of retracement of some sort back to some sort of level here, right, before I would be willing to participate. Okay. Something along those lines. Okay. All right, so let's call out some of our levels here, guys. I'm not going to capture the whole suite of things that we care about, but we'll capture some of them. Okay, so we have 2711 dot 20. That's our ASR high. Okay, we have ADR high just below that. Okay, at 2708.9. Okay. That's our ADR high. All right. And then we have we have our value area high is coming in at 2688. 88.10. Okay, is our value area high. All right. And then we have our value area low. Actually, we have settlement in between at 2682. 2682.4 is our settlement price. I'm just going to say settlement. And then we have 2672.20. That's our value area low. Okay. Okay. I'm just going to capture kind of this filter down version of some of the levels that we care about here. Okay. So for me, I'm going to be waiting for this initial balance range to establish. And then from there, really decide from there whether it has the market participants to extend higher. Okay. And if so, then maybe IB high could serve as an area for me to support a potential continuation move to the upside. Now, I am seeing to the left of me that it is coming into an area of supply, right? Some resistance area here to the left. But until I start to see some breaks of structure to the downside, I'm really not interested in any shorts necessarily today. Okay. If I am interested in a short, it's probably going to be of the lines where I'm, kind of taking the market from a high down to VWAP. Okay, kind of more of a mean reversion kind of trade. Okay, for now, I'm going to be waiting for this initial balance range to establish. Okay, I'm going to be waiting for this initial balance range to establish, and then we'll go ahead and decide. We'll let market the participants decide here. I'm going to go ahead and add my ASR low here, as well as our ADR low. Okay, ADR low coming in at right around the value area low. Okay, 2677, 677.90. That's our ADR low. Okay, so those are the levels that we're tracking and we're going to be watching in the market here, guys. All right. Okay. So yeah. So I think coming into the market, I would say that the market is coming in bullish. Okay. And I would say that we need to look for areas. Okay. I'm going to draw another area here. If this candle closes above, then this area right here could serve as an area of support right around 2611.40. Okay. This area of resistance could be supportive. Okay. All right. Let's go ahead and move on to the gold, not the gold chart, but the crude oil chart. Okay, crude oil. All right, we'll take a look at crude oil. And again, same kind of thing. We're going to go ahead and remove our drawings here. We're going to take a look at items on the daily side here. Okay, and ask ourselves, well, what is the market trying to accomplish? Well, if looking at these series of candles here, we can see that the price is trying to head higher. Okay, just simple kind of price action review here, right? So again, daily chart, right? And then the next thing we want to take a look at, okay, well, have we broken some structure? We have, right? We've broken some structure to the upside, giving us further evidence. We've broken above our EMA levels, and then we've broken some structure again here. Okay, so the question is well, where can price go? Well, I don't see any reason why price cannot reach 80. Okay, before we make any sort of potential changes in direction. Okay, this is kind of the last area here. Good morning, Shark. This is the last area here that we've gotten any sort of significant reversal in the market. Okay. We look at our volume delta. Volume delta is telling us that there's a fair number of buyers. Okay, we're net long. Okay, we have more buyers than sellers in the market at the moment. Okay, all right. So yeah, 80 seems like a reasonable target for this move, for this current move. All right, before we see any sort of change in direction. And if we do break that, well, we go back. We're destined for the highs. Okay, all right. Look, that's what we see on the daily chart. Moving on to the 4-hour chart. Okay, 4-hour chart. We have again a series of higher highs and higher lows. Okay, we have a lot of overlapping candles, some bullish, some bearish, but this current one is coming in as bullish. We have again our volume delta indicating that there's a fair amount of interest in taking this continued market to the upside here. Okay. Moving on to the 30-minute chart. Okay. 30-minute chart. We have where price is above our daily VWAP. Okay. It's above our EMAs. It's above our settlement price. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and draw my anchored VWAP because I see a definitive kind of change in direction, right? We peaked below, and that was met with buyers. Okay, so right here is where I'm going to draw my anchored VWAP somewhere in the London session, and you can see that price remains above both our daily and our anchored VWAP. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to focus in on here is my fixed range. So I'm going to go ahead and locate the start of the market on Tuesday. That's 9 a.m. Eastern, and take that all the way to the close of the market here. And there we have, you can see that price is above our value area here. Okay, so again, it's an indication that the bulls have kind of assumed control of the market here, at least for now. Okay, And as long as price remains above this value area, then the expectation is that we'll continue higher and maybe reach the highs of yesterday's session. Okay, so that's kind of what I'm seeing now. We have a series of kind of bullish candles that are developing here. Okay, we just had the open. Okay, we had the open of the session here, so we'll go ahead and open up initial balance. Okay, so that's our initial balance range right now, relatively narrow, but we've only been in the market's only been open for a couple of minutes. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and add our ADR levels. We're ways away from that, and we are, I suspect, we're ways away from our ASR levels as well. Okay, so right now it seems like we're kind of looking to get up to 78.80. Okay, I would say that this area is an area that would serve as well as targets for price before we would see any sort of reversal in price. Okay, so 78.80 is kind of that area. Now the question is, do we want to participate in technically in a market where we're at the top of the market? Probably not. We would probably be better served if we kind of waited for price maybe to come down to this level here. Okay, that would offer us a logical location for movement. Okay, another location is if we get a break of initial balance, but that break of initial balance could lead, before we get any sort of confirmation, we could reach that target relatively quickly. Okay, so in any case, so the idea is maybe we get maybe a little bit of a pullback in this market that maybe can offer us maybe an opportunity for a further upside move in this market. Okay, maybe a move, maybe a pullback to VWAP, maybe pull back to anchor VWAP, something along those lines. But I need some sort of pullback to support a bullish trade. Okay, I'm not going to pay the highs of highs and just hope that it's just too much risk. Okay, too much risk to take on. Okay, I need a reference level where I can manage my risk. That's what, at the end of the day, that's what we're here for. Okay, so let's call out some of our levels here, guys. Okay, we'll just kind of an abbreviated set of levels. So we'll say we have what is that? 78.93. That's our ADR high. Okay, we have ASR high at 78.80. Okay, 78.80 is our ASR high. Okay, and then we have our value area high at 77.54 or 94. Sorry, 94 is our value area high. Okay, and then we have our settlement price. Looks like that's coming in at what price here? Let's see if I can turn that on. Coming in at 77.50 is our settlement price. 77.50 is our settlement price. And then we have value area low at 77.49. 77.49 is our value area low. Okay, and then we have our ASR. 77.29 is our ASR low. Okay, average session range low. And then our ADR low is coming in at 77.14. 77.14. Okay, so these are kind of these areas that I'm going to be looking for to offer me kind of levels that for price to potentially reverse from. Okay, so ADR high or it could be used as targets, because right now it does appear that the market wants to continue to grind higher until the EIA report. Okay, so that's kind of what I'm seeing in crude oil at the moment. It appears that much like the gold, it appears that we are in a kind of a bullish kind of trend, at least on the short term side, and that we need to see maybe if we can find some opportunities for a bullish trade. Okay, so but for me, I really do need to see some sort of pullback to some sort of known level here in order for me to participate. Okay, I'd like to see maybe price, now that we've exceeded the value range here, I'd like to see price maybe come back to value area high and offer me something here around 78, and that would be something that I can kind of lean on and and manage my risk against for an opportunity to the upside. Okay. All right. So that's kind of what I have for the gold. We'll go ahead and move on to the Nasdaq. Okay. All right. We'll open that up here. Nasdaq. We'll turn off some of our levels temporarily here. Okay. All right. We'll start off with a daily chart. Okay, daily chart, and take a look at see what the market is trying to accomplish of late. Okay, so again, we are in this kind of, if I were just looking at this series of candles here, you would say that we are kind of in this kind of bearish structure here. Okay, but then as we add more context to this, right, we see, well, technically we really haven't broken. Well, we've broken some structure to the downside. There's no doubt about that. But of late, we've kind of reversed away from this 21,000 level, okay, and has picked up a little bit of steam today, okay. So we reached a level where we would expect buyers to be present, and they stepped in, okay. So we have our volume delta is telling us the same, okay. Volume delta is telling us that there are more longs, okay, more buy market orders than there are sell market orders, okay, and price is also aligned with that, okay. So while we've been a bit bearish of late, we are seeing some indications that maybe we've reached an area of support in this market, okay. um Moving on to the 4-hour chart. Okay, for our chart, we're developing I would say a rather nice 4-hour candle that's breaking a lot of candles here, right? So if this does manage to close it with the same amount of strength here, that could be the momentum that I guess some may be looking for continued price action to the upside. Okay, we are hovering just a hair under my 233-day EMA. Would like to see that get above that level to really kind of embrace the longs, but we've been kind of above, below, and now maybe we're heading above. So not really in any strong trend, I would say. Okay, it is been, we've seen a lot of range kind of price action of late. Okay, a lot of overlapping candles. All right, moving on to the 30-minute chart. All right, 30-minute chart. Here's that little break that we were talking about on the 4-hour. Okay, obviously this is news driven, right? We had some CPI reports coming in today. All right, so if it came in positive, the market reacted positive to those news events. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and remove some of our drawings. We see that price has now managed to get above our daily VWAP. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and let's see here. That's Tuesday. Not really seeing any definitive, kind of V-shaped. I mean, the overnight was pretty mute. Okay, maybe they were waiting for the news to take place before they made any sort of significant move in the markets. Okay, so it's a bit muted, but I will go ahead and add our anchored VWAP here to the start of London. Okay, so you can see that both the daily and the anchor VWAP, that price is above. Okay, so this area right here, okay, now that we have this definitive move here, if we do get a pullback, well, this anchored VWAP could serve anchored or daily, could offer us a logical location for us to maybe take an execution to the upside. Okay, because of the strength of this bar here, I would say that this area right here around 21,120, 125 ish would be maybe a logical area for us maybe for an execution. Okay, to the upside. Okay, as long as price remains above VWAP, VWAP can serve as an area to support a trade. Okay, all right. Let's see. I'm going to go ahead and add my fixed range volume profile here, And we're going to go ahead and take a look at Tuesday here. We're going to look at the start of the market here at 9:30, okay, and drag that across to 4:30, okay. And here's our value range. Okay, so we have our value area high, which we exceeded with the news, okay, and now we are kind of hovering at the highs, okay, potentially waiting for the open of the today's market to officially open here before they decide on their next move, okay. So we have settlement below us here, okay, settlement prices below us. So again, similar to what we've been seeing, even in the in gold and crude oil, we are seeing some bullish price action, especially given the news event here. Okay, so let's go ahead and add our ADR levels here. I suspect that we've kind of we haven't really reached them yet. Okay, oh, we did. Sorry, we've exceeded it. I was kind of surprised that we hadn't. So we exceeded our ADR level to the upside, and we've also exceeded our ASR level to the upside. Okay, so these levels will adjust with the open of with the market here, but I suspect that that's going to if it hadn't broken it to the upside, I expect that we're close. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and capture some of our levels that we were tracking in this market. Okay, so we are above both our levels here. So I'm just going to mark ADR high. Okay, this level here could serve as uh, as an area of support. Okay, for a continuation move. So 21,171.75. Okay, that's our ADR high. Okay, we've exceeded it. I understand it is above the range, but this area could now serve as an area of support. Okay, for a potential continuation move to the upside. Okay, so this often acts as once it's broken, often acts as kind of a support level. Okay. All right, we're going to go ahead and add our, let's see, our value area high, which is at 21,013. Okay, so 21,013 is our, let's see, 21,013.50 is our value area high. Okay, value area high. All right, and then we have our settlement price. Go ahead and click OK out of that. We have our settlement price coming in at 20,919. 20,919 is our settlement price. 919.50 is our settlement. Okay, and then we have, let's open up our. We got 20,834.25. 20,834.25 is our value area low. Okay. And then we soon to follow, we have our ADR low here at coming in at was that 20,795. 20,795.75. That is our average daily range low. Okay, and then we have our average session range low, 20,769.75 as our average session range low. Okay, 769.75 is our average session range low. Okay, so again, kind of an abbreviated set, I think, of levels that we're going to be looking at in this market. Again, given this kind of move here, obviously, I'm going to be waiting for the market to kind of open up for us. Again, I'm going to be looking to see if this 21,171 does indeed hold, because that's the top end of our average daily range high. Could offer us an area of support. Okay, possibly for a continuation move to the upside. Okay, we've broken some structure here with this candle. We stalled where we would normally stall. We would expect to stall. Okay, in this area of consolidation, right around this area. Now, so this could offer us maybe a little bit of a pullback back down to something like 21,122. Okay, if it does not stall here, 21,122, 125 could be another area that could be supportive for a continuation move to the upside. Okay, that's probably going to end up being around our VWAP location as well. Okay, all right. Let's continue with the ES here. Okay, so we'll take a look at the ES. All right, and again, we'll remove some of our drawings, and we'll remove some of our indicators here and get a feel for where we're at. Okay, all right, and we'll look at the daily to start. Okay, so again, similar to what we were seeing in the NASDAQ, okay, we are, kind of been a little bit of in kind of a bearish structure to the downside. Okay, we've come into, I guess, an area here that could be supportive. You're welcome, Frizu. Could be supportive. Okay, could be supportive here. So we're going to go ahead and kind of maybe draw a little bit of a channel here, kind of to confirm, right? If and when this happens, right? Ideally, right? Really to kind of to understand whether we've kind of changed from bearish structure to bullish structure. Well, I'm going to be looking for, I'm looking for a candle, okay, to close above this, like this, and only then will offer me this again. Looking at this on the daily now, okay. Wait for maybe a candle to come into this level, right? Get rejected, and then at that point, offer me an opportunity to the upside. Okay, so we're a couple of days away here, I guess, from that potential event. Okay, if not, if this is not going to be the series of candles that's going to cause, well, we're going to see the same thing happen here, right? We come to the top of this area and get rejected like we have over in the past. Okay, so if I'm going to entertain something like this, I need to see a candle close above this area of structure, and then maybe I can take an execution to the upside. Okay. Otherwise, the expectation is that we're just going to continue to follow this bearish structure to the downside, and maybe this top end of this bearish channel here will offer me maybe an opportunity for a continuation move to the downside. Okay. 4-hour chart. We're going to go ahead and remove this. Okay, we don't need that. Okay, so again, if we're just looking at these series of candles of late, okay, if we're just looking at these series of candles of late, okay, you can say, well, we're starting to develop some structure to the upside, right? We had price break above this area. We're kind of in the process of breaking above this area, and we've come back to an area that the EMA level could offer us maybe a location maybe for a reversal in price. Okay, we've seen that happen before, right? Once we kind of crushed below it, we came back to this EMA and continued our way to the downside. Okay, so relatively strong bullish candle with support from orders. Okay, the question is this going to be sustained now that we're coming into some areas of supply or resistance? Let's take a look at the 30-minute chart. We're going to go ahead and remove some of our drawings here and just kind of look at pure price action here. We can see that price is above on the ES is above our daily VWAP. It's above our EMAs. I'm going to go ahead and draw in my anchored VWAP here, and I'm going to locate maybe the start of London right around here. Okay, and that's also pretty vertical. Okay, pretty vertical move here that we're seeing in the market of late. Okay, so I would say that if I'm bullish, well, I would probably be best served in waiting for an opportunity that took me back to maybe the top of VWAP before I would take an execution back to the upside. Okay, simple as that, right? I would probably be best served in waiting for some sort of event along those lines if I remain bullish. Okay. All right. Let's go ahead and open up our fixed range volume profile here. I'm going to go ahead and locate the start of Tuesday. is right here. Okay. And drag that across to the close. Okay. There we are. Okay. So you can see that price is above value. Okay. Above value at the moment. So again, indicating that we do have bulls kind of in control to some degree. Okay. Um, and let's see, go ahead and open up our ADR levels, which I suspect that we've already exceeded. Okay, indeed. ASR, same. Okay. We've crushed both our ADR highs and ADR lows here. All right. So let's go ahead and start to capture some of our levels here. Okay, I'm just going to capture the ADR high here because that is the closest 59.33. 59.33.50 is our ADR high. Again, not so much. I'm using this as an area for resistance or anything along those lines. This is now that we've exceeded it. This is kind of an area that I would be kind of maybe focused in on, maybe for an execution. Okay, we have a lot of confluence here, right? We have ADR high as well as our VWAP. Okay, so this area could offer us an area for possible execution, continuation opportunity. Okay, to the upside. All right. Let's go ahead and add our 58, 58, 99, 50. That's our value area high. We have our point of control, or not, settlement price, I should say, at 58.82. Okay, 58.82, 58.82, 25 is settlement. Okay, and then below we have our ASR and ADR kind of overlapping here. So we have 58.52.25 is our ADR high. Okay, ADR high, and then our ADR low is coming in at 58.48.75. 58.48.75 is our ADR low. Okay, and see, we missed average rep value area low. That's 58.61. 58.61 is our value area low. Okay, value area low. Okay. All right, so those are our levels that we'll be tracking in this market. Okay. So like I said, my current feeling is that we should be patient. All right. I wouldn't necessarily buy these highs, especially after such an impulsive move here that is generated by news. I would suspect that our best course of action is to wait for price to come back to say, VWAP or some sort of reference level that we can maybe lean on before we participate in any sort of move to the upside. Okay, so that's kind of what I'm looking at. All right, looking for. Okay, in this market. Okay, all right. Let's close as far as instruments or markets to review here. Let's go ahead and take a quick look at the Dow. Okay, and see what the Dow has to say. I suspect the Dow is going to be very, very similar, other than different price points here. Okay, so we'll just do our kind of analysis here. I suspect that the daily and the 4-hour are telling us the same kind of thing. I'm just going to cursorily kind of do a quick look at that. Okay, we see daily candle breaking some structure here to the upside. 4-hour candle doing the same. Okay, here we're breaking some structure to the upside, all indicating that there's maybe some further upside in this market. Okay, moving on to the 30-minute chart. Okay, 30-minute chart, we've again broken above our average daily ranges pretty significantly. Okay, as a result of the news event. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and open up our fair range, our fixed range volume profile here. Today is Wednesday, so we're going to go ahead and look at this at the start of Tuesday right here and drag that across to the close of Tuesday here. And you can see that if in the midst of all these lines here, you can see that we are well above our value. Okay. range. Okay. So there's our value area high, value area low. All right. So again, we're above our average daily range and above our average session range. Again, I'm going to go ahead and add my anchored VWAP here to the bottom, to the start of London. Okay, right about here. Okay, so here we are. We have price. So again, without having any other reference level for me to lean on, I would say that this is a logical level for me to look at, right? VWAP for maybe an opportunity. Right now, I guess stands at 43,130. Okay. This would be an area of focus for me, okay, to look for maybe an execution, okay, to the upside. Okay. I would need to see some sort of pullback back to this level, before I would be willing to any sort of execution to the upside. Okay. Not interested at the highs of the highs. Okay. I do need to see some sort of pullback back to those levels. Okay. We're just going to quickly kind of identify the levels here, guys, that I'm tracking in addition to that. So I have 43,071, 43,071. That's an ADR high, which I understand has been exceeded, but it could serve as an area of support. I have the top end of value here at 42,759. Okay, that is my value area high. Okay, and then we have settlement. All right, again, just kind of tracking levels that could offer us areas for reversal in price. 42,752 is settlement. Okay. And then we have value area low, which is coming in at which was that level here? 42,556. That's our value area low. Okay, and then we have our average session range low, seems to be at the same level. Okay, so 42,556 is also our average session low. Okay, ASR low. Okay, and let's see if it's a lot of lines here. I'm trying to make out. Okay, we have this here, and we must be right on top of the same level here. So ASR and ADR low seem to be around that same level. Okay. So we'll just leave it at that. Okay. All right. Okay. So same story, guys, on this market. I'm going to be waiting for an opportunity, potentially for a long trade. I'd like to see price come back down to say 43,130. Okay. Right around this VWAP area. That might offer me an opportunity for an execution to the upside. So we just had the initial balance range open up here. So we'll go ahead and open that up. Okay. So that's the initial balance is, should come up here. Okay. There it is. There's our initial balance range, but with the market just open. Okay. So the feeling that I have right now is that we'll probably make a little bit of a pullback move. Okay. A little bit of a pullback move before we accelerate potentially to the upside. Okay. And if we do make a pullback move, then this 43,130 level seems to be one of the logical levels for that to happen. Okay. All right. Just going to close the session here with, again, a review of the membership. Okay. This week, I'm kind of dedicating this week to kind of membership information here. So wanted to go through and kind of talk through that a little bit, answer any questions that people may have on the various levels and what the membership levels will provide them. Okay, so we'll go ahead and do that. So we'll go ahead and get this on video here. So we're going to go ahead and see here. Okay, this, And okay, where is my membership? Okay, there it is. Okay, where is... Yeah, I'm just kind of locating my membership link here, guys. Bear with me. All right. Let's talk through these here real quick, guys. Let's move into this area here. Let's talk through this a little bit. And all right, so this is kind of a high level summary, guys, of the memberships, okay, that are available in my portal. Okay, so three levels. Basically, the starter series is basically access to recorded videos that I do on various aspects of trades as well as educational. Okay, sort of kind of more of a self-service option for folks. That's called the Market Trader Starter Series. And then we have the Market Trader Plus Series. That's where you will be given access to these kind of sessions where I do analysis on the markets and allow and give you opportunities to ask questions of me. And then we have the Market Trader Pro Series. And the Market Trader Pro Series will give you an opportunity to watch me trade live. Okay, so I will open up the portal to members, and on a couple of days a week, I'm trying to still figure out whether there's an afternoon session I can maybe open up the portal for as well. But that would also, in addition to these analysis, but will also offer you visibility as to how I review the markets and allow you to witness trade executions that I take in the market. Okay, so three main levels. Again, various levels of engagement here, guys. We have the starter, the plus, and the pro. Okay, so yeah, so take a look at them. If at minimum, don't be afraid to like and subscribe. Again, the subscribes and the likes and the comments are the kind of the lifeblood for me to kind of continue to do these sessions on a daily basis. Okay, so thanks again for the support up till now, but look forward to your continued support of the portal going forward. Okay, with that, we'll go ahead and close off the session. Wishing everyone a very successful trading session today, a profitable trading session today. Trade well, trade safe, trade like a pro, be a market trader. All right, guys, have a good day.